and welcome to Equity News Tidbits. I am Hafsat Badiru. Nasarawa State Chapter of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors today staged a peaceful protest to help find a resident doctor, Ganiat Popola, who has been abducted alongside her husband and nephew. The protest was staged in the premises of the Federal Medical Center, Kefi, where the association members called for the release of their colleague, #Help Find Dr. Ganiat.
My name is Dr. Dabos Theophilus Thomas. I'm the president of the Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Medical Center, Kefi. I'm happy that you are here to interview me and my colleague on account of a peaceful demonstration march that we just had in solidarity of our colleague, Dr. Ganiat Popola, who is a resident doctor in National Eye Center, Kaduna. She was kidnapped for over 7 months ago alongside her husband and her nephew in her home. We are fortunate that her husband was released some months ago after payment of ransom. However, unfortunately, our colleague Dr. Ganiat and her nephew are still in the captivity of these abductors.
They, however, called on the federal government to intervene. Ganiat, according to her colleagues, is a dedicated professional doctor, a loving wife and mother whose absence hurts her family.
I'm Dr. Ashimom Timothy Msute. I'm the General Secretary of the Association of Resident Doctors, ARD, FMC, Kefi. Now, this is just one of the actions that we have set out to draw the attention of the public and also appeal to all relevant stakeholders, the government and other security agencies, to ensure that this matter receives the attention it deserves. Initially, we had given a 2 weeks ultimatum. Probably by now, we would have even started a strike, but because of the 10 days hunger protest that took place some days ago, we decided to relax on that ultimatum. The initial 2 weeks ultimatum has actually expired, so we thought it wise to extend the ultimatum by another 2 weeks. So the current 2 weeks ultimatum started on the 12th of this month, is going to expire or elapse on the 26th of this month. So what we are doing now is part of the efforts to draw the attention of the government. We hope that our colleague Dr. Ganiat Popola and her nephew get released before the 26th. Otherwise, we are going to escalate these actions.
President Bola Tinubu and the Equatorial Guinean President Teodoro Mbasogo on Wednesday evening in Malabo signed an agreement on the Gulf of Guinea pipeline project and also affirmed the partnership for mutual development. The agreement engulfed legislative and regulatory measures for the gas pipeline, establishment and operation, transit of natural gas, ownership of the gas pipeline, and general principles. In his remarks at the event, President Tinubu, who is on a 3-day official visit to Equatorial Guinea, said the signing of the agreement will open up new opportunities for gas exploration and employment. Chief Executive of the Public Hajj Commission of Nigeria, Jalal Arabi, and the Commission Secretary, Abdullahi Sule, are right now in the care of the EFCC over the supposed bulge of the 90 billion naira 2024 Hajj subsidy. In a report written by a media outlet on Wednesday, the counter-joint organization said a sum of 314,098 SR was recuperated from the NACON administrator and other positioning authorities. The EFCC said its examination uncovered that from the 90 billion naira Hajj sponsorship, Arabi falsely overpaid himself as well as other people the fundamental functional expense. The Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, has declared plans to examine the reason for Nigeria's performance at the new Paris Olympics completely. He expressed this during a live transmission on a media outlet today. Eno unveiled that he would before long get a report regarding this situation, communicating his failure that Group Nigeria got back from the Olympics without getting a decoration. He credited the loss to an absence of inspiration, notwithstanding the way that all Nigerian competitors taking part in the games were very much redressed. And lastly, international news. Pakistan's military has said it captured 3 resigned officials regarding the examination concerning previous government operative boss, Faiz Hamid, who has to deal with a court military on penalties of defilement and abuse of force. The military today said captures were attached to the procedures against Hamid, who drove the Strong Between Administration's Knowledge Spy Organization for activities biased to military discipline. It said in an explanation that it kept on examining a few resigned officials and other assistants for instigating precariousness at the command of and in plots with vested political interest. And that's it on Equity News Tidbits. Join us next time for another episode of the news. I am Hafsat Bajiru. Stay tuned.